Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Tcsrl League. This is week 2, and we are at the Road America circuit. We have raced here before. It has been absolutely fantastic racetrack, but we are back again. This is your commentator. Well, that's your commentator. That's me. That's Andy Pauly. I've had a shave this week, so I do not have my beard anymore. And I'll be here for the duration of tonight's proceedings. That's where we are, Road America. It says Tcsrl 5275, but that's just what the server's called. It's always dry here in Race Room. It never changes, never will, never. So I don't think that's going to be any different. Right, let's get down to business. So, over to the Drivers' Championship. You can see ballast is now applied. So, Stu Neal is leading the overall Drivers' Championship, and he has 70 kilos on board. Nenad is second with 40 points, 63 kilo. Butcher's third at 56 kilo. Shaw's Yusa fourth kilo. Don't remember those two came together, Yusa and Nenad, in races 1 and 2 last week out. But Shaw's Yusa will have a major benefit this time. Poddy Flack is 5th, Jean Petra is 6th, Papa Dim is 7th, T-Joke is 8th, Benny Norton's 9th, Van Scheppen is 10th, Bullen, Van Loom, then you've got the Boki and Bojan, then you've got Trebek down in 15th, no kilo on board, Prieto. Then you've got Andrea, who's actually the highest of the AM drivers, and he's head of Matika, South, Nota, Deeks, and Kirby. And that's how it stacks up. Don't know why Kirby's in there twice, but he is. And that's how it stacks up. Over to the individual drivers' championships. And there you can see, top of the tree, Stu Neal is back where he has been fighting. He's going to be the driver to be hunted down because he has the most ballast on board that car. Nenad is second, Butcher is a third, Flock is fourth, and Shaw's Yusa is fifth. The Pro-Am Series, new to this season, is Van Loon. He's got 52 points. Mike Bullen has got 48, and then you have, that is Boki. Boki has got 41. Matika has 39, Prieto has 37. In the AM series, you've got Andrea on 54, Kirby is in 50, level pegged there with South. We are missing Van Loon and we are missing Andrea's photos, but there is all of your rest of your drivers. There's 29 drivers in tonight, which is going to be absolutely sensational racing this evening. We'll try and keep up with everything. At the moment, Trebek is fastest from Van Scheppen. He's on a 2:17.427, and he has been level pegged there for a very long time. Benny Norton's fastest in Sector 2, a 56.0. He's just done a 56.011, so he is actually going faster than everybody at the moment. Question is, can he get up into provisional first in this practice session? That's going to be interesting to see. He didn't have a good time last time out, but there you are for the Apex Predators. So he's on a 56.001. Yeah, he's done nothing special in this sector, unless he gets someone really that's going to help him. I don't think he is. Trebek's fastest in Sector 1, 40.392. Put that on auto direct. He's not doing anything faster. That's Bill Campion. And he's fastest in Sector 2, in Sector 3 as well, 40.697. So with a 56 dead, so if you could do a 40.397 in Sector 1, 56 dead in Sector 2, there's another 3/10 to come off here if you can just hook up all the sectors correctly. Now, we're following through Prieto, great looking car. I love that DHL car. So we're following through Prieto at the moment. So it's a 2:17.427. Theoretically, you can do a 2:17.1 dead if you want to push it to the limit. But that's going to be tough to see, I think. That's going to be tough to see. As always, do not forget to come and say hi on the chats. We are nice people. There you can see D-Rin. Good luck to Van Scheppen. He's currently second fastest. Your man is currently second fastest at the moment. 0.08 of a second off. He hasn't set any of the timing sheets alight randomly. So there is still a quicker time to be had. What's he done on his average laps? Let's have a look at Van Scheppen's average lap count. Let's go to the overview. Let's have a quick look on Van Scheppen. Let's see what he's been doing. His consistency is 99.62%. No, it's not. It's 99.56%. He has a 0.6 of a second swing between fastest lap and slowest lap. So Van Scheppen here can actually go quicker. But it's going to be tricky. There's a Nota in the little Renault Megane. First time to the league, last time out. So that's going to be interesting where he can put himself. Can he go up and gain a couple of places tonight? This is a cracking track. It is a long track. It's one of the longest we've got on the calendar at a 2:17.4 lap. But at the moment, I reckon you can get a 2:17.3. That's what I think you can do. But we will see. No one's really going any faster. They've all just kind of settled in now for the proceedings. I think that's what we're going to get. Nice again to see you, Ojan7. For those of you that are regular followers, that's the supporting the Gears boys. There you go. I knew it was coming. It's going to be tough, I think. It's going to be tough. Nice to see Trebek. So at the moment, Trebek, if you're wondering, is currently leading. But I'm waiting for the Simon Trebek excuses to come out. Like there was a bird or a tree, or like famously there was a seagull. One of those will come out at the moment. So good luck. I will not curse you just yet. It's a tricky track. And looking at the current times that I can see on the board, that's nice to see you, Bullen, as well. So seeing the tracks on the... Let's have a quick look. Let's go over to this, see what we got in terms of swings. Benny Norton's the most consistent at the moment. He's doing 99.99%. He's down in 6th position. He's 1/100th of a second between his slowest and fastest time. Nice to see you first time on stream, Sasa. Going for the Boki crowd. So that's going to be exciting. So it's nice to see that Boki's got his support in. Always like Boki. He's down in 16th at the moment. That's where your man is. Andy Foster, nice to see you as well. So Boki at the moment. So Boki is a quick driver, but at the moment he's 99.6% is his average. So the way that the calculation works, if you're new to the stream, is that we have the ability to see between the fastest lap time and the slowest lap time. And what the computer will do is calculate how consistent they have been over the number of laps they have done. And it gives me a percentage, and it gives me the swing, basically. So what you're looking for is a driver that effectively, you want 99.9%, and you want the swing to be less than basically 0.0 second. Anything that's in the 1.3 seconds, there's consistency. Basically, you can work on your consistency. Most drivers are in the 99s, unless they have unless they're playing around with ballasts or setups. And the only driver at the moment that's in that is Stu Neal. He's 84.34%, but he's carrying 70 kilo on board. So that's going to always cause him issues. We're watching Prieto at the moment. He's 99.58. So on average, most drivers are in the 99.5s. The only driver in the 99.9s is Benny Norton. But that means he's currently down in 6th position. I don't think he's going to go any faster from that. I mean, at the moment, it's over. So that's going to be tricky. I think it's going to be really, really tricky to see who will put it on pole. We've got 3 drivers at the top at the moment. Realistically, I don't think we've seen everything yet. I don't know. It's going to be tough. So I had one of the questions that's come direct into my inbox. Again, you can ask questions directly to me. You can either put them in chat. Some drivers message me. And they're saying, where do I put my 50p? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. At the moment, my 50p is sticking with Trebek. So for the Pro Series, it's going to be Trebek, I reckon. For the Pro-Ams, Pro-Ams, you've got Van Loon's currently down in 8th position, but you've got Mike Bullen in 13th. Now, you've got Boki as well, and I've said this time and time again, for those of you that have followed my Boki commentary, his issue has always been consistency in pace. He is fast. Race 3 is very, very good at, so he's got to get that consistency up. I'm not counting it. I think I'd say at the moment Van Loon is going to be that one. In the pros, in the AM series, I don't know. The AM series I would not be able to say, because you've got Carl Smith's fast, Kirby's suddenly found power. I'm going for Kirby. That's what I'm going with. Right, let's get over to the business end now. This is the 15-minute qualifying session. It is the Tcsrl League. We're just going to leave it on auto direct for the moment. There's Trebek riding on board with him now. We've got the cockpit view is back up and running, which I love this view. It's one of my favourite views. As we come down this long straight, then it goes into a hard 90 basically, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, and it's basically a 90 to the left, under the bridge, 90 to the left. There's the 90 to the left as they go up over the crest as he's run wide. So Trebek has run wide immediately coming out of the pit. There's Van Skeppen. So Van Skeppen at the moment, behind him, that is Shaw's User. Behind that is Neil. Now those two are teammates at the moment, Neil and Shaw's User. There's Shaw's in the 53, there's Neil in the blue car. So that's going to be tricky because they're going to have to work together in order to pull each other along in the slipstream. And right behind that, in the 74, I believe that is Benny Norton. No, it isn't. Is that Poddy Flack? That's Poddy Flack. So those are all working together at the moment. Van Skeppen's on his own. Basically, he's punching the hole in the air for Shaw's Users. That's not going to work for him. I think Trebek's been a bit more coy. There's Trebek. It's keeping on Trebek because he's the first driver. He was the fastest in there. A 2:17. Don't forget he got 2:17.6. I think he can get a 2:17.3. I think he can be faster than what he is. We will see. So we're going to stick with Van Skeppen at the moment, see what he does until they start popping onto the board. Nice to see you again, Gregor, in the chat. Nice to have you back. Right, here we go. Here we go for the qualifying session of Road America. There is Van Skeppen at the moment. He is setting the timing screens alight. He would because he's the first driver through the board. As he comes down first, left right-hander. Then it's over the crest of the hill. He needs to keep this now nice and tidy as we ride on board. This is a long right. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And then he's got to put that power down. Into second, into third, fourth, fifth. He'll go all the way into sixth. Over the crest of the hill, under the bridge, ticks the box. Now he's got the hard left 90 coming up, but he's got to keep it on the track. Swings the car nicely down the gearbox. In fifth, fourth, third, into second, flings it, holds it nice and tidy. You run wide here, it's game over. Keeping it on the board at the moment, 14.6. He is the fastest driver currently. There's the other 90 left, then it goes over the crest of the hill, down he goes. Question is now, there is the other Shaw's User. Well, there's only one Shaw's User, and he's just pulling him along at the moment. Shaw's User has got on the board as provisional second fastest. Oh, little mistake there. Has that cost him? He's still fastest in Sector 1, 40.677. In practice, Sector 2 was making or breaking the drivers. Can he keep this going? He's got to keep this momentum up. Poddy Flack in the background there is catching Stu Neal. That ballast is hurting him royally at the moment. Watch the timing screens. Gone purple, 56.139. Shaw's User nowhere near in that sector. 56.4. Trebek's the man we're looking for next. He is 2/10 behind. He's really behind. Derek Neal, no he isn't, 56.4, he's behind. He's not going to do it. This man here at the moment is on provisional pole position. The board is going wild. Last corner, then it's up the crest of the hill. He's got to put absolutely everything into this now. He'll go into 6, go over the crest of the hill. He's going to have one hell of a chuny smile on his face. Crosses the line, ticks the box, provisional pole position. 2:17.7. I still don't think that's good enough. Crosses the line. Van Loon gets into 4th position at the moment. They're all streaming through. There's Trebek. There's Neal. Derek Neal, that is, not Stu Neal. In 6, Shaw's use a second. Bogey puts it on 3rd position. 2nd row, Butcher goes into 8th. At the moment, Benny Norton's a little bit faster, but nothing. Butcher's at a toe. That's why he's gone faster. He's down to 10th, down to 11th. Look at Nota. The man in the middle of this, they're racing on the final lap. Bill Campion is racing to try and get across the line, gets himself 18th behind. Where's Nicky? Nikita, he's in, the Elantra. What a great looking car. Love that car. Jean Petra has put himself into provisional 2nd position at the moment. He's gone into 4/10. Van Skeppen was on fire. It's that 2nd sector. It's the 2nd sector. So Van Skeppen, this man here, did a 56.139. Eddie improvements going on the board. Nikita is actually improving. He's gone purple in sector. He's gone green in sector 1. 41.2. Yeah, his sector's over. Where's Nenad? Nenad hasn't set a time yet. Ooh, that's interesting. That looks... And there's been contact. So that was Andrea. It's not Mike Bullen. Well, you've got to be careful because you end up yourself with a penalty after the end of this if you're not too careful. There's Van Loon. At the moment, it's coming up the Dutch. 21.4. He's not going to go any faster than that. Anybody going improvements? It's an 8:13 at the moment. Trebek, there's Andy Foster. Andy Foster's sorted his car out. We're up to 30 drivers. Woohoo! That is going to be exciting. Shaw's is 4th. Matika. Where did Matika come? Matika's gone 4th. Now, it's going to be changed around because there is ballast applied. Watching Van Loon again. This game really likes Van Loon at the moment. And Van Skeppen's just gone faster again. There's Papadim. Is a race winner. He's had every car under the sun. He's back now in that one, which is the Honda. Question is, can he get himself? Can he do anything exciting? He's done 3/10 up at the moment. Van Skeppen is on another flyer. The man is possessed. He's just done a 56.1 in Sector 2, gone purple. In Sector 1, he's done a 40.596. The board is coming up that he's predicted a 56.1. He's predicted to go even faster in this sector. He's gained 1/10, but out of the nowhere, the game is on. Bojan's just done a fastest purple sector. He's gone faster. Can Bojan, as Matika closes the gap, he's gone 2nd fastest. It's all kicking off. Hold on to your hats. 6 minutes just over to go. And it's anyone's game here for pole position at Road America. We're watching Van Skeppen. He's the 88. At the moment, Rob South is up to 8. Poddy Flack is in 9th. Butcher's in the pits. Deeks is 12th. George Relitas is in 13th. Carl Smith, Stu Neal's down in 14th, but he's carrying ballast on board here. At the moment, Van Skeppen is on fire. Bojan hasn't gone through Sector 2. No, he's had his lap disallowed. Has Bojan had his lap disallowed? No, Bojan is still going, so we're going to watch Bojan because Van Scheppen's lap has been disallowed. He's made a mistake in Sector 2. That's cost him 9 thousandths of a second up now. Can he do this? He's got to commit. He's got to keep all four wheels of his wagon on the road. Over the crest of the hill, you can hear the dirt kicking up there. Oh, a little bit of a twitch there. Has he outbraked it? He's missed the apex completely, but does that hamper him? Has that hurt him? The problem is when he misses the apex, he's only really got himself to blame right now. And he's scrabbling for the line. He should go second fastest is what's predicting. Crosses the line by 5 thousandths of a second for Bojan. What a qualifying. Benny Norton gets himself into third. They are all starting to kick off now. This is Bill Campion in 26th position, is improving as well. At the moment, it is a 2-horse race. I'm not quite sure where Trebek. Where's Trebek? He's not on the board. So we've had a little bit. Shaw's user has improved slightly. Bill Campion into 24th he goes. Stephen Elwood, he's down in 19th. I said he's in 19th at the moment. Right, Shaw's user is getting a lovely little tow here. Is that Van Scheppen? It is. So Van Scheppen is giving his countryman a lovely little tow. Now, the question is Shaw's user, or has Shaw's user just been preparing, getting ready? Now, we know that Shaw's is a wily old fox. He has won multiple races and multiple championships within the Tcsrl League, so it would not be that he's trying to sort himself out. Benny Norton has returned to the pits. He'll get one more go if he goes out. He's currently in third position. Bojan's in second. Now, what's Shaw's user doing here? He's done a 40.613 now. No, he's not going anywhere. At the moment, Shaw's is not. He's 52 cents of up. He'll put himself. No, he won't. No, it's gone. It's 40.6, 56.2. Wow, he's off. He's off by nearly a tenth of a second. He is getting a tow here now from Van Scheppen. Now he should put himself. Game prediction is fourth as he crosses the line. Third. He goes third. But I don't think he's going to be able to maintain that. I just don't think it. I mean, yeah, so his fellow countryman has given him a lovely little tow there. Craig Deeks in the 69. His teammates, don't forget, to Russ Butcher, who at the moment, Butcher is just ahead of him in 17th position. So that's going to be a little fox to go. Unless you're on a lap, you are not going to get one. If you're in the pits, you're not going to get round now. So it is all to play for in the closing stages of qualifying. Ninad in 7th position. Can he get himself up into 5th position? I don't think so. The ballast has always really affected him. He's 2 tenths up. He goes into 4th. No, he stays 7th. It's that final sector. He hasn't got anyone pushing him, which is the problem. Tim Van Loon. So Van Loon was early out again. 2 tenths of a second, but there's Poddy Flack, and there is Stu Neal, which I'm assuming. Stu Neal, right? What's Adam Wilkinson done? So Adam Wilkinson's 20th. There's Trebek. So Trebek's on his one and only. He's not going to get round. Trebek's on his 4th lap. So it's all to play here for Trebek. So he's either been preparing the car ready or he's about to go for it. It's 31 drivers at the moment. It's a full reverse grade. Aaron Markham will start at the back of the grid because he will not get a chance to drive round. He's going for it. Right. It's on. Anyone else going faster? Well, Andy Foster has managed to set the fastest sector. What? Really? Brilliant. Well, there you go. Very rarely am I speechless, but I am genuinely speechless. Andy Foster has done a 40.6. brilliant. He's absolutely hooked up that first sector. We're going to keep Andy Foster. Trebek's abandoned his lap. He will start 30th, effectively, unless Aaron Markham get himself a lap. Andy Foster has done the fastest first sector of anybody in the race. At the moment. Improvements to Van Skeppen. Can he get round? I know it's going to be so close for him. We're going to stay with Andy Foster now till the end. Aaron Markham, Adam Wilkinson is down in 30th. No, Aaron Markham has set a time. So Aaron is going to start down in 28th at the moment. Andy Foster is 9/10 of a second up. He lost so much time. But if he can keep this pace up, he should go 20th. That should... well, he won't because he's gone off the road. Yeah, he's gone off the road. I think that's going to be a lap disallowed. We'll follow him through to the end. As always, there is confirmation of your provisional qualifying results. Bojan's gone first. When did he do that? So Bojan goes first. Didn't even see that. Well done, Bojan. Van Skeppen is second. Shaw's is third. Norton is fourth. John Petra is 5th, Matika is 6th, Ninad is 7th, Van Loon is 8th, then Papadim, Bullen, Relitas, Boki, Nota, Deek, South, Flack, Prieto, Neil, Butcher, Elwood, Smith, Kirby in 22nd, JC Cameo, nice to see you back, 23rd, Foster, Campion, Nikita, nice to see Nikita back. Then you had Andrea, Aaron Markham, Derek Neal, and Adam Wilkinson. What a qualifying session. Well done to Boki. To Bojan. Didn't even see that. I'll be 100%. Did not see that at all. He just snuck that right in at the end. Absolutely sensational. It's always going to be tricky. Always going to be tricky for the drivers who have maximum ballast on board. We'll have the 30-second warm-up lap. So there's your name. That's me. I'm Andy Pawley. I am your commentator for this evening's activities. We have 3 races coming up for you, all 15 minutes long. Race 1, which is about to start in about a minute, that is determined by qualifying. Race 2, that is determined by the finishing positions of race 1. Race 3 is a reverse grid set by me between races 1 and 2. We do it live on stream, we spin the wheel, and then we see where we are reversing the grid. Now, it's a full grid, it's 30 cars that are currently there, so we will be reversing up to position 18, which is nearly just half the field, which is going to be absolutely mental. Right, my predictions for this race. That's a tough one. I'd like to see Bojan win, to be fair. Actually, I'd like to see Van Skeppen win. Both great drivers, and I think they're both deserved winners. They've put solid qualifying results in here. They've got to work together. On this type of track, they've got to work together. They are faster than anybody at the moment. They've just got to put the laps in. The problem they've got is Shaw's User is third, and Shaw's User is a master of tyre management. And that's going to be key. He will manage his tyres, stay in the slipstream, let them burn it out, and then go for it. Right, here we go. This is the start of the race. You are watching the Tcsrl League. This is Week 2, Road America. Watch the screen at the top. Is it going to be lights out? Yes, it is. And we've had a fantastic start at the moment. The heli camera is all over the road. They've all managed to get themselves off nice and tidy into that opening corner. The question is, are they all going to end up in the bin? Are they all going to end up absolutely stoving it as they come into turn 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holding station. Absolutely magnificent stuff. Everybody's through. No incidents, no accidents. Tick the box. Now it's game on going into the first corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at them all squiggling around, holding on as much as they can. There's Craig Deeks. He's right in the middle of the pack, but he's holding station at the moment. Shaw's User, third car in the row. He's attacking and defending at the same time. There he is. 1, 2, 3. Bojan, perfect start. Van Skeppen, perfect start, but this is the high braking zone. They've got to be careful, especially in this middle pack. There's the 74, holds it nice and tidy. Absolutely corking stuff. Everybody is reset all over again. It's going to be tough to try and get past. We're on board now with Papa Dim. Right behind him, that's Mertika. You can see here, he's absolutely nose to tail. There's 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Mike Bullen is looking to the left, he's looking to the right. Just ahead of him is Nota, just to the... No, it's not. Now it's Rallytas. Rallytas runs off the road, scared by Bullen's absolute supreme driving. He takes 1-2 positions. No, he doesn't. He's side by side. It's Nota versus Bullen, giving each other just enough room, equal space. T-Tix that all over again. Bum squeaky time, holds it nice and tidy. Through into the right hand of Mike Bullen, is all over this. Riding on board with him now. He's on the road, on the grass. He's going to be keeping this up over 130 miles an hour into the braking zone. You can see Boki just behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Boki, the 96 behind that. There's Poddyflack riding on board now with Poddyflack. He's in 13th position, up 3, don't forget. They're all holding station. It's going to get tasty when we get to the start-finish straight, and this is where Mike Bullen has to be absolutely laser perfect. He can't afford that. That little bit of a love tap there, that's cost him. You can see here, Van Loon is going for the move on Mertika. Mertika's down 2 at the front. Benny Norton's watching Shaw's user as well. We'll keep an eye on that as it unfolds. He's tucked up inside. What's Benny Norton doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Benny Norton riding on back now. There's Shaw's user riding on back from Shaw's user, just holding station just as he sees that. But when Benny Norton's going for it, he's absolutely going to give it everything he can here. The question is, can he do anything different? Can he do anything to really push that options? That's going to be his biggest problem now. As he comes through that left-hander, he has to keep that car pointing in the right direction. Bojan is being attacked by Van Skeppen for the lead, but George Rallytas, look at this gaggle of cars. There is George Rallytas. He's really found pace since he changed his pedals. He's looking left. He's going to go up the inside of Poddyflack into the 90. Can he hold it? Yes, he does. Fantastic stuff. Poddy goes for the old switcheroo. He'll have the inside into the next corner, up over the crest of the hill. You can see Prieto doing the same thing. There goes Poddyflack. He's gone through. Prieto side by side with Trebek. Trebek is up 13 places. He's making hay while the wind blows as quickly as he can. Mike Bullen is now cooked in the middle. Where Stu Neal, there's Stu Neal. Stu Neal's just at the back. He's fighting with Carl Smith as best as he can. Bill Campion is also fighting Elwood at the back as well. We'll keep an eye on that as that unfolds. At the moment, there he is. There's Bill Campion and Elwood. Oh, he's got a great looking car. He should win. Anything with yellow and DHL is the best looking car on the field. Brilliant stuff. There he is at the moment. What can he do? Right, Prieto is side by side. Prieto, Neal. Ooh, that was very naughty. He didn't give him enough room there, as you see Carl Smith having to dart out in that number 9. That's very naughty. You've got to be careful, otherwise you'll rack up a load of points with that. There's Prieto in the 33. There is Stu Neal as Trebek runs wide a little bit. He's under the E-Limited Esports at the moment, but he did run the Trip 6 for a while as they come up over the hill, bouncing over. Through the right-hander they go. They're all in that middle melee at the moment. It's not really a melee, but they're holding stations. As Craig Deek runs wide, Craig Deek's run wide. That's going to cost him. Now, at the front, Benny Norton is going for the attack on Shaw's user. So is the lead. The lead is on the battle as well. Bojan has been attacked by Van Skeppen. What can Van Skeppen do here? He's going to go up the inside. He's got the overlap. No, he hasn't. It's reset all over again. Less than 10 minutes to go. It is just at boiling point. One mistake. One absolute mistake, and it's game over. Right, Bill Campion and Derek Neal are side by side. Someone's gone off in the kitty litter as we keep watching it unfold. Everything's holding station at the moment by a hair's whisker. Right, we're going to leave that and rejoin whatever battle this is. So we're riding on board from Butcher. There is Trebek, Nota and Prieto and Neal, and you can see as we ride on board now with Carl Smith, he's right in the middle of this, and he's gaining and he's gaining and he's gaining and he's gaining as Stu Neal dives up the inside. Prieto gives him 1 car's width. The 2. Bojan's gone off. Bojan's gone off. Bojan's binned it. How did that happen? Bojan has lost the lead of the race. Something has happened as the 2 Nota and is that Trebek? Yes, so the 2 Renaults have come together. Bojan is officially no longer running. Shaw's user is now leading. Van Skeppen is second. So it's all got kicked off at the front. We'll hopefully try and find that post-race, but it's reset, it's game over, so that's how it is. Stephen Elwood's coming home at the Brenners. Right, they're all just kind of holding stations now as we watch Benny Norton in third. Now holding off Jean Petra. And that's Jean Petra. So there's Shaw's, there's Benny Norton, there's Jean Petra. So Jean Petra now is right on the rear end of Norton. Van Skeppen is down into fourth, Nenad is up to fifth, and he's not far behind either. Right, Mike Bullen down 14. He's got Nikita just ahead of him. He was running well, but he's now down 14 places. Absolutely all over that at the moment. He's got to be careful. He's just going to keep going and going and going. He's been mighty fast. The question is, what can he do from here? Can he get back up to 14th? Elwood is also a DNF. 2 DNFs tonight so far. Right, Matika is attacking Van Loom. Has Van Loom cooked his tyres? As Van Loon cooked, Van Loon's in the 99. There is Matika. As Van Loon cooked his tyres. Let's ride on board now. All four wheels are pointing in the right direction. That's forward. Now, the problem is, has he overcooked it? That's where the likes of Shaw's Uses have always done it. Right, Carl Smith is the 99 on the left, the 1, 2, 3, fourth car, the number 9. There's Prieto in the 33. He needs to be careful there. He's going to run out of instant points. We only run 30 instant points. Prieto is side by side over the crest of the hill, and you can see here riding on board with Rob South. He's got a rear seat view. Prieto is just tucked in behind Carl Smith. That's what he needs to do, because as we go into this corner, Prieto, I suspect, is going to go for the old diveroo. He does go for the old diveroo. He gets the job done, and that's retick all over again. But at the moment, it is Audi, Honda. It is a Honda battle progressing at the moment. The front remains as is, no change at the front. They're all gapping now. Matika is on the back once again of Tim Van Loon. Tim Van Loon has just struggled. He was absolutely rapid in the opening stages of this race, and then when he hit about halfway, he's just gone backwards. Neil has got past Prieto in the background. Podiflak in the middle behind Boki. No love lost between these two. They have had their little instance, but tonight they're just following each other around. It's such a hard track to pass. Right, back to Carl Smith. So Carl Smith, as he's just... No, there's Carl. Nice to see you, Carl. A little bit of a tough at the front as Daniel Matika. I think he's been disallowed. He's had a DNF, so he did not finish either. That's another DNF. On average, on a 31-car grid, around 5 cars, I always expect to be DNF or disqualifications in total. That's just the way it is. Right, Benny Norton's going for Shaw's User, riding now from the rear camera of Shaw's User. He's absolutely giving it absolutely everything. You can smell the octane. And look at Jean Petra just behind. Jean Petra there is also attacking at the moment, but Boki has Podiflak. Well, Podiflak's got Boki, and behind that is George Relitas. It is Cupra, and then the Honda, and behind that you've got Trebek sneaking up the inside of Butcher. No, he hasn't. He nearly did it. He's up 19 at the moment. There goes the front of Relitas on Flak. That was game over. Tim Van Loon is down in 22nd. There's JC Cameo, there's Van Loon, there's Butcher, so Bullen's up 11 now. Van Loon is just, I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe the pressure got to him. This is George Relitas. He's in 9th position at the moment. He's really found place since the second half of last season. There's Stu Neal in the background, and it's not that far. That's 14th position. Boki is in 7th, and in that entire camera shot, you can see all the way back to 18th. So it's not like it's that far away. One little mistake here, and you're going to be losing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions. And that's just going to really, really hurt you. Mike Bullen's going for another attack on JC Cameo. He's got that done. He's now only 11 down. There's Bullen in the 88. He's going to get JC Cameo. This should be, I think, fairly easy for Mike Bullen. He's just got so much more confidence. JC Cameo runs wide. That should effectively be game over at the moment. There's Van Loon. Yeah, he's got it done. No, he hasn't. The game's rejigged it a little bit. Van Loon is just... I'm surprised with Van Loon, but that's how it is sometimes. Van Loon is the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 4th car in the row. We're riding on board now with Mike Bullen, who is side by side with Cameo, and then he's back again. These two are trading positions. Right, we're going to leave this battle and rejoin the lead battle. At the moment, I am keeping an eye. It once again says Mike Bullen's ahead. Has Mike Bullen got ahead? No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has, and he's done it. He's finally got ahead of JC Cameo. Tim Van Loon says thank you very much, licks his chops, and he's got past as well. So he's going to be absolutely happy. He's now only down 10 places. Andy Wilkinson at the moment is down in 26. Well, he's down in 26. Right behind him is Derek Neal, and he says he's down. Then they're not that far away. They're effectively not even half a lap away. It's that close at the moment. This is the lead battle. I'm keeping an eye on the battle that's unfolding in 7th, 8th and 9th. But at the moment, they are all just holding stations. You get the feeling as Andy, Adam and Bill. Adam's in the 25, Bill's in the 99. They're giving each other room. Go for the old cutback here. Aaron Markham's up to 16th. I haven't really covered Aaron Markham. He's just been cutting his way through the field at the moment. Yeah, he's kind of on his own. Right, back to the lead battle. I'm keeping an eye on everything else at the moment. He's just in that settle phase, and then I guarantee it's going to kick off. At the moment, Shaw's User is doing everything he needs to do. Daniel Matika is Antonio Nota is a disqualification. So that's car number 4. One more, and I reckon there we are. At the moment, Shaw's User is holding station as you see Benny Norton driving around there. As you look at Shaw's User at the moment, Jean Petra riding on board now from Van Skeppen. Van Skeppen should have won that. This was Van Skeppen's to win, and he's lost 2 places after Bojan. It was Bojan's to win, really. But that's how it is some days in sim racing. It's like it is in real racing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But that's what it is. Mike Bullen's now up to 19th position, so he's only lost 9. He started 10th, and he's into the reverse. He's got 1 position to go, and then he'll be into the reverse grid position, so that's what he's going to be pushing for at the moment. But the front 4, as Butcher and Craig Deeks runs off the road, so he loses out to Butcher. Does he lose out to Stu Neal? There will be 1 more lap, and that is it. It's game over at the moment. Here we go. So this is going on to the final lap. Can Shaw's User hold off Benny Norton? Benny Norton is absolutely all over the rear end, riding on board now with Shaw's. That is 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Benny Norton's thought better of it. He doesn't want to send it up the inside to do anything silly here. George Rallitas, what can he do? Can he get past Stu Neal, championship leader? George Rallitas, it's pro versus pro-am. Question is, can he sail it up the inside? No, he can't. He thinks better of it. What can Van Loon do here? I think he's going to get mugged by Mike Bullen. No, he isn't. He's going to mug Mike Bullen back. Yep. He's mugged Mike Bullen back. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Yes, it's recess all over again. Right, back to the lead battle. Trying to keep up with all this. This is the last lap of race 1. At the moment, I don't think, unless someone does anything silly or stupid, we're going to see anything real change. What's Rallitas doing now? He's going for it. George Rallitas, he's on the right side. He's the 83 Honda. Stu Neal is the blue Seat. Yeah, job done, really. That ballast is killing him. That ballast is absolutely killing him at the moment. Jane Cameo's got an 18 point, has got a slow down penalty at the moment. He's going to have to get rid of that if he wants to get her. Shaw's User's had a slow down penalty, but Shaw's at this section of the race, I don't think he's going to do anything silly or stupid. I think he's just going to let it run out because he's only got a couple of corners left through the right-hander, and realistically, he's just got to get a nice section from this from in sector 2 going into sector 3 as the lead 4 now battling each other. Carl Smith down in 18th and Kirby are battling, but I don't think there's going to be anything. He's gone up the inside. He's gone up the inside. That was absolutely brilliant stuff. We thought it was game over, and then he went for it, committed. Shaw's User saw it coming and just went, well, there's nothing I can do. Van Loon is going for 3rd as well. Can he get past Jean Petra? Benny Norton failing 1 mistake is going to take his first victory this season in the TCRSL over the crest of the hill. Here we go. That will put him on pole position for race 2. Then crosses the line. It's an absolute stonking victory. Brilliant stuff. We're on board with Poddy Flack, who's been stuck up behind Boki for the entire of the race. Those two have just stuck together. He surely will cross the line now, and so he does. There comes Poddy Flack and the rest. Mike Bullen down in 20th at the moment. He will cross the line down in 20th position. Adam Wilkinson, 24th, up 5. Solid result from him. Derek Neal behind him and JC Cameo. There is Bill Campion, always running the 99. He loves that car. There goes Adam Wilkinson, followed by Derek Neal, and JC Cameo is in the weeds. As always, there is your provisional... your provisional race results, and as I say, it's always provisional because it always depends on incidents and accidents, but it's Norton, absolute stellar on the last lap. Norton from Usa, Jean-Petre, Van Skeppen should have won that from Vladovic, didn't cover him at all. Papadim, and then you've got Boki, Flack, Trebek, Butcher, Deacons, Rallytas, Neil, Markham, South, Prieto, Kirby, Smith, Van Loon, Bullen, Nikita, Foster, Campion, Wilkinson, Neil, and then we've got DNF for JC. I got it for JC. Matika, Elwood, Antonio, and then the DNF. Absolute brilliant, absolute memorizing stuff that was. I cannot believe, I want to see that. Did I get that? I think I got it. I'm just going to have a quick look on the system. We actually need to leave this server. Hold on. We'll leave that for the minute. I want to see if I got the replay, because that was absolutely sensational overtake. No, I didn't. It's a real shame, I thought I did. Hold on, we're in the D drive, and let's have a little look. As always, we are a live stream, and because we are live, it often means we have to do things as they appear. Let's have a quick look. I need to clean this folder up. There's so much in this folder. Let's have a look. I thought I might have got it, because that was one sensation. Now, but did he let him through? I think I got it. Did he let him through? Yes, I did get it. Okay, let's go across to the replay analysis. Right, hello everybody. I did get it. I did get this for the lead. So before I do, right, I have to do the wheel spin first, and then we'll go across to the analyzer, as he says. Oh, so it looks like this has gone a bit wrong. As you'd expect, we are a live show. I don't know what that's doing there. We got rid of it. Right. Okay, so if you are watching the race, it basically means between race 1 and race 2, we do a live spin. It's a full car grid, so it means it's 18. And what will happen, this will determine the reverse positions for race 3. So it can be anywhere from position 9 to position 18. So it means that if you finished first, you will end up somewhere between 9 and 18. Just make sure I've got all the numbers in here, that I haven't done anything silly. Right, let's spin the wheel, and we'll see where we're reversing. As always, it's done live on stream. Last week it was 19. This week it is position 15. So it is position 15 is going to take that position. So it is, position 15 is starting on pole. So that means, if I just close this one down, I need this one. Rob South, Aaron Markham. That's going to be tasty. So Aaron Markham is going to start. Aaron Markham to win. That's where my money's going. Aaron Markham. But George Rallytas could win. Trebek will be in the middle of the field. Ooh. Butcher can win as well. My money's on Aaron Markham. That is where my money is. Right, I need to log into this, and then I want a quick look at... it's one of those, I think. Is that the password? Probably. There we go. Right. Right, let's have a quick look at this, because this looked absolutely spectacular. Okay, so if again you're new to the stream, welcome to the Tcsrl. This is pretty much the only live replay that we can get, but it allows us to analyse it. So let's have a little look as we go through. Did he let him through? No, he didn't. He just got an absolutely corking run. So he actually, where are we? That one. That's the one I want. I want pencil. So if you watch it, what you'll see Benny Norton go like out here, and then you'll basically see Shaw's defending. But I don't think he had anywhere to go, because I don't think Shaw's was expecting it, and then he gets this lovely little overspeed, and by that point Benny Norton is now out here, and Shaw's user can't come across. He's only very lucky that this man here, that man there, Jean-Petre, wasn't as close as we think he is, because if he was, Jean-Petre realistically should have followed Benny Norton through. And by this point, they're not even in the braking zone yet. And they break about here. Benny Norton's already passed him. He's had such a fantastic slipstream. Then they hit the braking zone, by which point he's ahead. And he gets the car stopped and rotated, and only because Jean-Petre, I don't think, was anticipating Benny Norton to do that move, did Jean-Petre follow him through. Because Jean-Petre, realistically, at this point here, at this point here, there, that's when Jean-Petre should have gone that way to follow Benny Norton through, but he didn't. So Shaw's is lucky, I think, to only lose one position, but an absolutely spectacular overtake there from the Englishman, and yeah, I genuinely feel for Shaw's, but that's how it is sometimes. He's carrying ballast on board. He's in 5th in the championship. That's going to affect his ability, really, to do anything. But he's got to do it. I mean, he's going to get a second, and Benny Norton's further down. His nearest championship rival, Nenad, was 2 cars behind, just kind of in no man's land. Nenad didn't really talk about Nenad, but he had a great race. He stayed out of trouble, and he popped himself in 5th. I mean, his fastest lap was a 2:18.060. So he was 0.3 faster than Papa Dim. Papa Dim didn't really have a race with anybody. Papa Dim was kind of just on his own. He was, 0.6 slower than the people ahead of him, and he was 0.3 faster than the people behind him. So he just kind of had a race on his own, which was what you need to do to win championships. But you just stay there and keep going. Right. There's 27 drivers in, so some might. We've had one driver that has fallen ill. So that's going to be just one of those things. Right, let's have a quick look if there is anybody in the chat box. There's nobody in the commentary at the moment, so we will stay here. Super tough race there, I think. There's 4 minutes to go. It's such a hard track to pass at. Realistically, you've only got 2 to 3 places that you can overtake at. Anything above that, and I think you're struggling. Anything, well, not struggling, but I think you run the risk of falling off the track, basically. And here, you're not losing 1, 2, or 3 positions. You're losing 5 or 6 positions. That middle pack is so tight that one mistake or one push or one error, and it's game over. basically. So it's really, really tricky. I think it's really, really tricky. We'll see, to be perfectly honest. It's tough. It's tough. I think it's a tough race. It's a tough field, to be perfectly honest. Who would I put my money on for race 2? That's always the question. I'll go over to the chat in a minute. I've got some questions. I've had some questions come up, as always. See, Van Skeppen should have won it. Whatever happened between Van Skeppen and Bojan, I think it's Bojan. Whatever happened between those two, because unless Bojan just made a mistake, I don't know, we didn't see him on the stream, that should have been Bojan and Van Skeppen's to win. Now, Van Skeppen is fast. He's pumping the 2:1:17 637s. But at the moment, he's got to get away. He's got to get past Jean Petre and Yusa. Norton is now in prime position to win. So my money is on Norton. That's where I'd put my 50p at the moment. Is where I'd put my 50p. That's where I'd put it. Traditionally, within the TCRSL, race 1 and 2 are usually won by the same driver. Race 3 is always a random. It's tricky. It's tricky. Because Norton has his consistency, but his consistency in qualifying was the highest in the 99.9%. So it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, my 50p's on Norton. I'm gonna go. If Van Skeppen can be leading, or he can be in second position by lap 3, my money's on Van Skeppen. If Norton is leading by lap 3, Norton is on is where my money is. Now, Boki's down in 7th position. He can clear Papadim. Well, no, he can't, because his fastest lap's at 2:18.3. Then it's kind of no man's land, basically. So the gap then into 5th is 2:18. Nick Papadim is then on a 2:18.3s. And then Boki's on a 2:18.9-ish. But he's kind of... Him and Poddyflat got caught up together in their battle. So they've got to work together, and they were kind of waiting for Trebek, but Trebek it's all to play for. And I'm sticking with what I've said. If Norton is leading by lap 3, he needs a gap, actually more specifically of over a second. My money's on him. If Van Skeppen is there within a second, or fluctuating in that by lap 3, my money's on Van Skeppen. And that's where I'd put it. And that's where I'm putting my money with 53 seconds to go. Let's have a quick look over to the chat. We've got Sasa, nice to see you. He's going, yeah, victory for Boki. I think Boki's got a tough order to do. I'm not saying he cannot do it, because Boki has won races before. He's won races in the TCRSL. He's going to need some luck, I'm going to be honest. It's nice to see him, because it's nice to see another new winner, and I always like to see new winners in the TCRSL. If you've watched my commentary for the many seasons I've done this, I like to see new people win. I do have my favourites, I will say that. They usually drive yellow cars, or they drive the car no one else is driving. Nobody's driving, which is the Lincoln car, and I love that car. And then D-Rin, yeah, doing it for the Dutch contingent. So it's all to play for. It's absolutely all to play for, really. It's a tough league, so I had some questions come through, which I'll go through. I think we're going to go on to the warm-up now. Come through. Do we run ballast? Yes, we do. We run ballast. So we run ballast from 70 kilo down to 7 kilos. It's the top 10 positions. We run ballast because it basically allows, it stops the fastest drivers always just winning. And it gives the opportunity and a nice mix, I think, to other drivers to come and try, to mix it up sometimes. And experience being at the front of the grid, because it's a completely different skill to be at the front in a pack of 6 or 7 cars. So yes, that's why we do run ballast. How's the ballast applied? That was another question I had. Ballast is championship ballast, so it's based on your championship, your overall championship position, not your pro-am or am position. So if you are in an amateur category and you get into the top 10 overall, you will be given ballast, 7 kilo for the privilege. And we find, or have found over the seasons, some drivers really struggle with it. It takes a couple of seasons and then they get used to it. Shaw's Yusuf, for example, he's never had less, except for the opening round, less than, I think it was like 30 kilo. So he's always had kilo on board his cars. And they drive around it. It affects the tyres, it affects your braking, it affects acceleration. On tracks that are harder to pass at, it really hurts. You can use it to your advantage. On tracks like this, it hurts. Absolutely hurts. Right, here we go. This is race 2 of the Tcsrl League. We are at Road America. It's always sunny. I am your commentator. That is me, Andy Pawley. I've had a shave, as you've told. It is a 15-minute race. The starting positions are the finishing positions of race 1. This is going to be tough for the drivers. Here we go. Watch the lights at the top. It is going to be a mad dash to turn 1. The question is Benny Norton going to get the start? Is Van Skeppen in 4th going to do it? Is Boki going to do it? And it's lights out, and away we go. And at the moment, nobody's had a good start. They're all just holding stations. Bojan Boki has got Trebek right up his rear end. Shaw's User has closed the gap to Benny Norton. Bojan's all over the board as they're all screaming to turn 1, managing to hold on. Nikita's gone wide. How many cars does he take off? None. 1, 2, none. Absolutely squeaky bum time. Adam Wilson at the moment. Bojan's managing to hold on. Absolutely sensational through right 1. There's Prieto in the middle of the field. But at the moment, Benny Norton, what happened there? We're going to hit that one. We're going to have a look at that. So that's all over the road. At the moment, that's Aaron Markham. Aaron Markham's just gone spinning off the road. But at the moment, Shaw's User is in 2nd position. He's holding station just ahead of that. That's Benny Norton. Benny Norton's doing what he needs to do. Prieto and Bill Campion are side by side. Prieto's down 4. Bill Campion is in 19th position at the moment. Mike Bullen's back to 16th. He's up 4 for you Mike Bullen fans at home. Prieto runs wide a little bit. He's doing all he can. Can he go forward? Can he push? No, he can't. Yes, he can. Side by side. Mike Bullen is going for the overtake. There's a lot of Mike Bullen tonight, but that's because he's just overtaking. Look at the fierceness. He's absolutely committed to the outside. Got that Honda stopped, rotated and powered back through. Up another position into 5th. Andy Foster, DNF at the moment. He's managed to get back on the road. Reset all over again now. Here's Mike Bullen behind him. That's Carl Smith. Honda versus Honda. There's Van Loon in the Seat. There's another Seat. That's Martin Kirby riding on board with Kirby. Didn't cover him in the first race. He's given it all he can now for Danger Mouse Racing. He's got an absolute lovely slipstream through there as Prieto goes for it in the background. Does he get the car stopped? Yes, he does. Back gains a position. Brilliant stuff. At the moment, where's Poddy? Poddy, there he is in the 74. Behind that's Trebek. Trebek's up 1. The front are all holding station as it stands at the moment as we ride on board with Stu Neal, who is attacking and defending at the same time. That's how close it is. He's having to do everything to try and hold on as best he can. The question is, what can he do? I don't think he can do anything. George Relitas is going for it as well. But look at the lead battle. Van Skeppen nearly thought of it. Stu Neal and Craig Deeks are side by side. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Manages to hold on just enough. But at the moment, Stu Neal is holding station. This is Stu Neal. We're riding on board with him now. He's in 12th position. Behind that, her holding station, Mike Bullen is going to go for another overtake. Who's he overtaking now? Rob South. He's going over Rob South. That's who he's overtaking, I think. No, he isn't. Carl Smith is trying to overtake him. And behind that, there's Van Loon. Van Loon is just ahead of Carl Smith. Carl Smith is the car in the middle of your picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. How is absolute sensational? He didn't get it stopped. He did not get the car stopped. Mike Bullen saw that coming through, held station and just holds on as is, doesn't do anything more than that. He had to be so careful because if he turned in it would have been impact, but it's reset all over again. The cars now are just holding station in this middle section of the field. There's Elwood down in, he's in 26th position in the Tim Coronel Honda Accord. At the moment he's in 26th through the left hand. I think he's had a car change or he's, I don't know, he's got a bright yellow one. It's brilliant. Riding now from Nota's rear camera, there is Nitika and Bojan. So Bojan is making progress. He's up 3 at the moment in 25th. 29 cars started, 29 cars running. Right, Jean Petre is on the back of Shaw's User. Well, he was on the back through the right-hander corner, bounces across the wheel. Now we're coming up towards that second hand. At the moment, the front 4 are holding station. Nothing. I don't think they're going to go through here. Carl Smith is on the back of Prieto. We're watching that unfold. The boards are flipping, but everyone's holding station as we get to just over 1/4 race distance. 10 minutes remaining, 5 minutes gone. More than halfway, less than halfway. Brilliant stuff over the crest of the hill. This is where Jean Petre is going to strike onto the back of Shaw's User. That ballast is going to hurt him. Rallytas and Deeks are side by side watching that. Reset all over again. This is the ballot now into 11th position. I can't keep up. They're all fighting each other. There's the 63. It's that one. That one is now side. That's George Rallytas. As you see, Mike Bullen going up, trying to get past Van Loon. So Mike Bullen there was trying to get past Van Loon. Adam Wilkinson has got Nicky's. You're not going to go around there, Adam. You've got to give him enough room. You've got to give him enough room. Otherwise, that's going to hurt Nota in the 34. What can Nota do there? He's in the Renault Megane, so he slips through. He ticks the box and says, well done. Right, Benny Norton is now hurting, I think, those tyres. He's pushed and pushed and pushed. He's holding at lap 3. This is the crucial moment. This is where we discover whether or not Benny Norton's going to hold it, and I don't think he can now. I don't think he can. His last lap was a 2:25.89. The others are slightly slower, but he's making those consistent errors now. And we're not talking little errors, we're talking marginal errors now. He's not using all of the road. He's pretty much missed the apex a little bit there as he climbs up the crest of the hill, riding on board with Jean Petre in 3rd position. And this is crucially where Jean Petra's just turning the car better. He's taken more of the corner there. Now, can Shaw's User pounce? Can he look for that opening? Can he force the mistake on that 79? Through we go into the fast right-hander. This is where, famously, Benny Norton overtook Shaw's User on the final lap last time out. And look, he's got so much gaining. He's gaining. But Shaw's User just doesn't have the confidence in the car. Right, Boki, Bojan and Neil are side by side. Pick whichever one. There's Poddy. There's Boki. There's Butcher. Butcher slips on through. He's up 1 position, says thank you very much. Stu Neal is right on the tail of this as well. We're riding on board with Stu Neal. We come forward to the fast, well, it's not fast, it's the 3rd gear, 2nd gear. He's run wide. That ballast is absolutely killing him. And you can see riding back from Poddyflack's car, he's now going to be punching that hole in the air. That's going to lose him not only speed, but time. And you can see here, there's gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. But does he go for it? Does Russ Butcher fling the car out? No, he doesn't. I think he's going to give him a push. Boki's gone for it. Boki's gone for the overtake on Stu Neal. That's the 1, 2, 3rd car. No, he hasn't. He's had to go back in. He's had to nip and tuck the car back in like a surgical instrument, and he's held all over again. It is absolutely nose to tail all the way at the moment from 8th all the way down to 16th. One picture. That's very, very dangerous. Right. We leave this battle and rejoin the battle for the lead. I say it's a blinking car park. It's the M25, 4 cars nose to tail. It's a hair's whisker. 2 different manufacturers. At the moment, I think it's 3 different nationalities as well. It might be 4 nationalities. No, it's 3 nationalities. British, Swiss and Dutch. 3 different nationalities. Right, George Rallytas. This is the battle for 11th, I think. No, 12th. So George Rallytas, he's in the Honda Accord. Behind that is Van Loon. riding on board with Van Loon. He's got Mike Bullen and Rob South right behind him. There's Rob South. Now Mike Bullen's going for the overtake. Now, Mike Bullen has just been mighty on the brakes. Can he get the car rotated? Yes, he can. The question is, can he get his nose ahead now? Going into the outside? No, he doesn't. It's reset all over again. Riding from that rear car now of Rob South. There you can see Prieto and Kirby. Kirby started 17th. In 17th. Absolute nose to tail as we come streaming down the back straight now. Mike Bullen's going for it. Mike Bullen's going for it. He's all over that back end. There is Rob South. Oh, a little bit of grass there. Too much excitement. And that's cost him 0.2 of a second. 1-2, boom, just like that. 1-2 down the gearbox. 5th, 4th, 3rd into 2nd. A little bit of a mistake there from Craig Deeks. He's run wide. That's the Alfa Romeo. Not this lot. There's the Alfa Romeo. But look at Neil. Where's Neil? There's Neil. He's got, who's the 69? I can't remember. That's Butcher. So Butcher is going to get past Neil, or is Neil getting past Butcher? I can't keep up. So one of them is fighting somebody, and I think it's Butcher is attacking Neil. No, Neil's attacking Butcher. Neil's attacking Butcher. Look at Boki. He's gone for the switcheroo on the outside. It is 2 manufacturers, 3 nationalities, I think. The question is, can he get this stop? Boki should have the confidence in the brakes. He doesn't. He just doesn't have that confidence that I'd expect a unballasted car compared to the full championship ballast. Stu Neal has just been committed on that. Right, where's Kirby? Kirby, he's the 77. 1, 2, 3. Kirby has managed to get past. He's got that job done. Markham is passing Adam Wilkinson for 26th position at the moment. Right, I can't keep up. Where are we going? Right, Simon Trebek and Papa Dim. Trebek he hasn't really blossomed today. He was fastest in qualifying. He should have been on the pole. He wasn't. He should have been fastest in race 1. He wasn't. And now he's climbing up to 7th position. He's up 2, and maybe that's what he wants to do. He's having a good time. He's enjoying it, I think. The question is, what can he do from here? At the moment, Trebek is holding station, riding on board now with Trebek. He's doing everything he needs to do. Through the left-hander he goes. Keeps it nice and tidy. Hold station. What does that button do? I've pressed the wrong button. And it's absolutely... Oh, that's brilliant. Go down to the nose camera. He's going all over that rear end. The question is, what can he do from here? Can he push this now? Can he deliver this? Can he get that position? He's in 7th at the moment. He's doing all he can do. We're riding on board now from that rear camera of Papa Dim. There's the 33. That is Simon Trebek. He was an early pace setter. He's got the slingshot. He just doesn't have the confidence. He does not have the confidence I'd expect him to see. Right, Stu Neal's on the back of Butcher again. So we're riding on board with Butcher. There's Neil, there's Boki. These 3 have basically been stuck like glue for the entirety of the race. There goes Craig Deeks. He's just opened the door once again. He's allowed George Rallytas to get away. And he's now allowed Van Loon to mug him as well. And I'm pretty sure Bullen's going to go for the overtake. Yeah, he's going to go for the confident overtake. No, he's not. He was a little bit out of position there, but I thought he could have done it. Yes, he has. He's done it. He'll get a much better drive. Right, we're going to leave that battle because that should be the done deal and join the lead battle again. Into turn 1. Does he get it done? He's just struggling. They've dropped Van Skeppen at the moment. There you can see Ninad in 31, the 5th car in the Alfa Romeo. He's not doing anything. Does Trebek go on the back of Papa Dim? No, he doesn't. As Bojan going to attempt to go up the inside of Rob South. Bojan is up 11 positions. There he is in the 55. He doesn't think of it. He doesn't have that confidence that we know Bojan's had, and it's troubled him. But now he should get this done. He's going to take 2 into the first corner. This is absolutely sensational if he gets this done. He's got Rob South. He's side by side with Craig Deeks. He will crucially have the inside. He's given him a little bit of a nudge to go. Well, it wasn't a nudge. It was a move over. There's the 96. Who's that? That's not Boki. It's Boki again. Boki's gone off the road. I cannot believe it. So Boki's all the way down in 19th. Boki was absolutely on this, but he's not anymore. So he's ticked himself out to get a McFlurry. He's not going to be enjoying that. It is what it is. I didn't see anyone else. Maybe he just outbraked himself it is what it is. So he's now all the way down towards the end of the field. He's not going to like that, but that's how it is. Rob South currently in 15th position. Right, Matika's on the back of Bill Campion. There's Bill Campion. He's in the 99. There's Matika in the unlabelled car. Flying solo at the moment. Trebek has finally cleared Papa Dim. I didn't see that on screen, but he's finally cleared Papa Dim as he closes that. Done. Absolutely sensational for him. Papa Dim, watch out for Papa Dim, he's pretty fast. Right, we're back watching the lead battle at the moment, so keeping an eye on the field as it unfolds. Oh, Bill Campion. I thought he'd done it. I thought Bill Campion. I thought Matika had finally got past the Campion, but he had not. It's reset all over again. Mike Bullen's up 8 now. He's into 12th, but he's got the fast-moving Bojan behind him now. Mike really, he's going to have one go. He'll defend this. I don't think anyone's going to go for it here. I think it's going to be reset. I think these three are stuck in a procession at the moment, purely because a little bit of a sim twitch there on the old interwebs. Unless that man in second position attempts to do anything, but he can't afford to make the risk because Ninad is in 5th. Craig Deeks has gone off the road again. So he's now down in 15th. He's really down in 15th at the moment. He's got Rob South for company. Oh, there's Mike Bullen. Mike Bullen and Bojan are going side by side. Mike Bullen won't let this go. Does he go for the old nip and tuck? Yes, he does. Right, the lead is on. Jean Petra went for the overtake and he missed it. He missed the overtake at that time. I didn't think he was going to do it, and he didn't. He just basically ran off the road. We saw the tail end of that. George Rallitas and Tim Van Loon are going on, but I'm going to stay with this lead battle till the end. I will keep an eye on the board as it unfolds because it is a 4-way battle for the lead. One mistake, one error, and it's game over. Benny Norton's run wide. I cannot believe it. Benny Norton's gone wide. The man behind, the entire field has closed back up again. That little mistake here, riding on board from Van Skeppen. Question is, who is going to be the bride? Who is going to be the bridesmaids? 3 bridesmaids, 1 bride. Doesn't know who it's going to be. Through the right-hander we go. Benny Norton just has to hold on to get the double in the TCRSL, but he hasn't got his run wide. He's run wide ever so slightly. Has that forced him to go wide? Yes, it has. No, it hasn't. He might saving grace here. Might be Jean Petra. I think Jean Petra is the saving grace. His attack on Shaw's User has allowed it. Well, it would do, but my game has completely crashed. So I have no idea who's going to win that, but my game has just given up. Thank you, Race Room. I appreciate that very, very much. I'm reloading the game as quickly as possible. I'll come back over to the stream. So at the moment, I've got no idea who won. Somebody won. And we're not going to see the end of it. My money, I can't believe that. My money has to be on. I don't know. It's going to be Benny Norton, I think, is going to win it. Second position. Jean Petra was so fast. He was so fast. There's 1 minute to go. Come on, let me in. I think that's it. No. It won't let me in. So I have no idea who won that race. So hopefully somebody can come on and actually tell me. It won't let me in now. So I've got no idea who won at the moment. Absolutely gutted for that. Yeah, so somebody won. Whoever won, I have no idea. But my gut feeling would be I'm going to write who won. My game crashed. What we did see is, so Benny won. So Shaw's was second, which means, I need to calm down, which means Jean Petra would be third, which means that Van Skeppen's going to be fourth. And that's what I said time and time again. And that's what I said is that if Van Skeppen Had to clear that group within the first 3 laps, otherwise it would have been game over. Jean Petre made that one mistake. That cost him the victory. I cannot believe it. I can't believe the game crashed. Thank you, computer game. I do appreciate that sometimes. Right, we're going to see if we can jump into... I'm not sure what's going on now. It'll reset itself. Right, so that's resetting itself. Right, let's jump back in. And hopefully we can get back in. We're back in. Right, it is on. So we're going to have the official results. We've got the guys working on it at the moment. Brilliant. Thank you, everybody else. Great community, as always. So the classification of your top 3 is Benny Norton, Shaw's User, and then John Petra. And that is the classification of your top 3. Hopefully we'll be able to get the results in there. But what a race. We missed the last minute of it. The last minute of the entire race. I cannot believe it. But that's what it is as to Bullen says he must have had a slow down, finished 12th and showed us 28th. Nothing came up on my screen, though. Yeah, I'd expect, Mike, that's a penalty that's applied. I can't see the penalty that would have been applied because I don't have the end. So I'm really, really sorry about that. But that's how it is sometimes, unfortunately. So, it came up as a drive-through. That will be a penalty. He'll have had a penalty right at the end of the race, and then because he couldn't serve it, they basically, or didn't serve it, or something happened, it basically comes through. Right, here is the results. So it's Benny Norton, Shaw's User, PJP, which is Jean Petra, Van Skeppen, Ninad, nowhere to be seen. Trebek again. Trebek should have finished. He should have been top thing. I can't believe it. Papadim, Poddy, me. Oh, Russ Butcher. Rallytas. Rallytas has got some speed at the moment. You've got Van Loon, Boki. Is that Boki? Kerbilijan. He'll tell me if it's Boki. Is that Boki? Yeah, that's Boki because Bojan was at the back. Craig D, South, and Prieto, and that's all I have in terms of the finishing results at the moment. But what a race. Absolutely sensational, as we'd expect from the TCRSL. 30 cars is mad. It's just bonkers, I'll be honest. It's absolutely crazy. Is what it is. Penalties are tough in the game. They always have been tough. So we do run 30 incident points. This are the games up here. So we do run 30 incident points. And it's the system. The system is tough. If you get hit, you get points. And if someone hits you, you get points. And if you hit them, you get points. It's a tough system. And it is pretty tough in terms of the game itself. But that's how it is. It looks like they're just going through a server setup at the moment. I'll go over to the chats. Let's see if we've got anything. Someone who's got clever can probably see onto my screen. Let's see if we've got anything in the chats. Nope, so we have nothing in there. Okay, that's good. As always, if you are in our Discord, you are welcome to send me the chats, and I will pick them up as well. On screen, as always, nice to see you still on there as well. Sasa and Borken. Borko TMS. No idea who you are. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Nice to see you, basically. Nice and welcome to the chat. If I've already spoken to you or you've already subscribed, hello and welcome again. Gregor, nice to see you on stream again. So for those of you that are just joining us for this season, Gregor is a season champion for the TCRSL. He's season 6 champion, I think. He drove in the Honda. So if you look at the stream links, you'll see the green Honda. That is Gregor's green Honda. So I updated it because he won. The upcoming update, graphics package update, will change because it will be last season's champion, or last season's champions will be updated. Let's see if we can get in. We can get in. Good. So it all gets updated. So it's nice to see you on stream again. Doreen, never seen you on stream before, so nice and welcome too. As always, come and say hi and let me know. Where do I put my predictions? So it is a reverse grid of race 1. So this is race 3 of the TCRSL. It's the final race of the evening. Again, it is 15 minutes. I'm just keeping an eye if anyone goes into the commentary box. because we do have live comms as well. So it's 15th position reversed. We do this every time. The bigger the grid, the tougher it is, basically. And I've said it time and time again, and I'll say it time and time again. I say it all the time. If you want to win a championship in the TCRSL, and if you've followed me on streams, if you've heard the driver's commentary as well, it's the same thing. You have to learn to drive race 3. Because often the faster guys are at the back of the slower guys, and you've got to learn to navigate it. If you look at some of the great wins that we've seen, or some of the great drives within race 3, you've got the likes of Gregor. He's first couple of races he might disagree, but when I commentated on him, he struggled with race 3 because he was faster than everybody. Then he was ballasted again fast. He was just fast. And then slowly towards the end of the season, he learned how to get through race 3. It's about not getting knocked out. It's about getting points. And traditionally, unless the field is quite small, they don't finish higher than 7th or 6th because it's pretty much impossible. With the field we have today, I think that's, unless there's a massive accident, I think it's very, very difficult that they will finish anywhere near the top 5. You never know. Stranger things have happened. So they've got to manage that. They've got to work that, and that's tough. We do run 2 times tyre wear as well, and that's tough. That's incredibly tough. Nenad struggled originally. Now Nenad is in the middle, and he's driving beautifully at the moment. He's ahead of Stu Neal, but he's behind his rival. And the pro guys, there's about 4 of them that just end up battling each other. I have no idea about the Pro-Am because that was all over the place. And I've got no idea about the Am guys either. So that's going to be a real exciting championship, I think. All 3 are going to be really, really exciting. There's nobody in the commentary box at the moment. Sometimes there is and sometimes there isn't. We tend to find if it's a tough week, like it is this week, we don't get a lot of people in. And that's purely because it's a tough week, and the last thing you want to do is come and talk to me. So I think that's tough for them, if I'm honest, how it is. Predictions. So I'm going back to my predictions again. So this is tough. So it's top 15. So on the first row, you've got Rob South with Aaron Markham. Now, I like Rob. He's a really nice guy. I've spoken to him. He's in the Honda. But do I think he can win a race at the moment? No, I don't. I don't think he's there yet, and that's not disrespect to him. He's running around at the minute in the 218.6s. So he's midfield. Aaron Markham, I think, can win the race. When Aaron Markham's in the top 3, he's fast. Aaron is incredibly good at hot lapping. And I've told him before, right. So we're going to jump this, and we're actually going to jump now into the commentary box, because we actually have, if I jump into the right commentary box, we've actually got Mike Bullen in there. Well, we're trying to get into the right commentary box, but I can't. Let's just try and get into it. Now I've got into it. So hopefully Mike will join me in the commentary box. Can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Brilliant. So what we got? We got 5 minutes. Okay. First of all, it looks incredibly tough out there tonight in terms of both the competition and the field. It's the same thing, but you get my point.
No, it is. It's very, very close out there. I think even I'm doing reasonably good lap times close to the guys at the front. Obviously, they've got the ballast, which is bringing them back into play, really, which is what it's all about. So it's really, really close, really, really close racing. It's a tough circuit as well. It's very challenging. But it's good fun, except for when penalties don't flash up on your screen and you lose 16 places. But
I mean, you did a lot of overtaking, and I'm pretty confident you've probably overtaken more than anybody in the last 2 races. You've had a lot of coverage. I'll just put it that way. Every time we were looking at you, you were over. Someone was either about to overtake you, and then you overtook them again, or you were overtaking somebody. But just quickly before I go to, because there's only 3 minutes left, 3:58 left. Obviously, next race is going to be tough again. Is it just more of the same? Just go out, have fun, and just get some overtakes done?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously my round is pretty much ruined by the fact that penalty didn't flash up, but I noticed that the settings had changed on the game to not show any overlay stuff, so all the penalty points and time slowdowns and everything weren't coming up on my screen. So hopefully I fixed that now, which is annoying. But yeah. So look, my round two is basically been ruined by that because I've lost those 16 places. So I'm just going to go out, have fun, keep it clean, and just try and make the most of it. And just head for next week, really.
Well, good luck. I've got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to quickly go across to Stu Neal, and then I'm going to quickly go to Benny Norton with about. So this is going to be real quick. Stu, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay, quickly, about a minute. We've got about a minute to go because I just want to talk to Benny before we go. So, is this week as bad as you thought it was going to be with the 70 kilos following last week's post-race interviews?
No, not at all. It's worse.
Brilliant.
With this amount of weight and on this track, I'm in the same position I was when I was on Portimao, I think, last season when I had maximum ballast. It's when you're on a track like this, you're just a sitting duck. I had a bad quali, to be fair. I was just managed to get into Shaw's toe at the end of it, and then I messed up the lap. So I could have been maybe 10th would have been the most I could hope for, but I'm just getting swamped by people who have got no weight, and yeah, it is what it is. And then I got fired off by somebody in that last race as well. But there you go.
Tough field. It's a tough field.
Yes.
Okay.
But Benny did well. Well done, Benny.
So I just want to go. I want to go to Benny. Just quickly go to Benny because obviously there's only 2 minutes left, and then make sure it all runs properly. So Benny, obviously, first double victory in TCRSL, I think.
I think it might be.
And also, it's a continuation currently of the first two races. Is that usually, if you can win the first one, at the moment you can win the second one. Again, just want to quickly talk, obviously with 1 minute 35 to go. That overtake to take the lead in race one. What an overtake! Did you just go, I'm sending it, or was there a bit of team talk there?
So that was Shaw's. I pushed him along to keep him up in the points and keep his pace up, and then he on the last lap just said, "You go past, you deserve it," and pulled over and let me past.
Oh. Well, that was an anticlimax for everybody.
yeah, that was just team stuff and Shaw's being Shaw's, but I just pushed him along the whole race and kept telling him to keep going. So because obviously Jean Petre was so close to us, there was not really a lot we could do, and I didn't want to take either of us out.
So
yeah,
last thing quickly, in that second race, Jean Petre had one opportunity to get into the lead, and obviously he overcooked it by a margin of a second, and then fired it off into the dust.
Yeah, I saw him coming, and Jaws was like, "What's happening here?" I was like, "I don't know," but he's going straight past.
Well. At that point, did you think, or was it a case, as you said, you're like, I don't know what he's doing, let's just stay out the way and see what happens?
Yeah, I just thought, he's coming a bit quick. There's no way he's making that corner, so I just waited for him to go past and then turn in.
Licked your chops and went through.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you'll join us for a bit of interview following the race. Good luck for race 3.
Cheers, dude.
Again,
I'm going to go.
As always, to win, you've just got to survive this one. It's going to be tough. Right, we're going to go back over to the mainstream, as always. It's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant final race. Hopefully the game can last long enough not to kick me out. I have no idea why the game gave me a run error, but it did. I can still see quite a few of you that are still watching. Let me know your race predictions. I'm trying to work on the ability to do voting. That's something that we're going to do later in the season so that you guys can vote for your driver of the day, which I think will be super exciting. But you will see that coming up shortly through the race. Right. If you're just joining us, that's me. I am your commentator. I am Andy Pawley. I have been here for the duration of tonight's proceedings. We are at Road America for the final race of the evening. This is a reverse grid from the finishing positions of race 1, which means on the front row is South and Markham, then it's Stu Neal and George Rallytas, then it's Craig Deacon Butcher, then it's Trebek and Flack, then it's Boki and Papa Tim, Nenad and Van Skeppen, Jean Petra and Shawls, followed by Norton and Prieto. Then you got Kirby, Smith, Van Loon and Bullen. Bullen's down in 20th. He was the guy we were talking to. And then the rest of the field. So it's going to be something special. It's going to be something special. My money's still on Aaron Markham, because he is extremely good at hot lapping. So he's just got to keep that pace up. He just has to keep everything working and do no sully business, basically. And if he can do that, I think he'll be quids in. But the problem is, if he can't do that, he's going to be nowhere. He'll be absolutely nowhere. Now, I'm going to shut everything down so that we don't hopefully get another game crash, because that was helpful. Thank you very much. Real shame, real anticlimax, but that's how it is sometimes. It's 30 seconds to go before we get the formation done, and then it will be lights out on the 15-second flash for the final race of the evening. That is going to be super exciting. Yeah, it's tough. As he gets kicked out. So we might be having an issue. I'm not quite sure. I've just been abandoned out of the game. Well, that was helpful. So I think the server's gone down. Well, it is what it is. So there's lots of things coming through on the chat now. It looks like the server has either been reset or something has gone wrong with it. It'll be one of the two things. We'll keep an eye on it as it develops and see how it goes. Yeah, it's a tough game, like I said. So it's a tough game. Let's go back to me. Yeah, it's tough, really. It's really, really tough. I'm not quite sure. It's figuring itself out. It's just a tricky track, Road America, and the ballast it's so detrimental to you for the ballast, because you think, no, it's okay, it won't take that much take away from me, but it really, really does. And you can't rotate the car quick enough as you could. You can't, if you've got a road car and you fill the car up to the top, and then you have a road car and you fill it half, and you fill it a quarter full. The one that's got less fuel in it is faster, it's more nimble, you can brake better. So it's the same thing with racing. It's the same thing when you carry the ballast around. Now, the difference with fuel is that as the fuel burns off, the car gets lighter. The thing with the ballast is it doesn't. The ballast just stays in the car at all times. So that's the other problem they've got, is that they have to... It's a completely different skill, because you have to learn to manage the car. You have to learn to brake slightly earlier. You have to learn to manage the tyres. You have to put more fuel in the car because the car's heavier. And when you add all those things up, especially with 2 times tyre wear, if you've followed the commentary in the past, you will... you just overheat them. And then when you overheat them, you can't get them back in the window, and you ruin your race. It's incredibly difficult, and it's a great feature of the game, but also it just makes it tough, to be perfectly honest. 4 minutes to go until we start the race, the final race of the evening that we were going to start, but we're starting again. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. So if you've still got time to get yourself a quick, I'll say coffee, but some of our viewers are actually watching an hour ahead. I think some of our viewers are like 3 hours ahead. So they're probably in bed by now. So, again, it's going to be tough, I think. It's going to be tough on the drivers. And when you have something like this where you have to reset all over again, you've got yourself mentally prepared. Now, some people say, oh, it's only a game, Andy, you know, it doesn't really matter. It isn't. It actually takes a lot out of you, because you don't want to, you know, these people you race with, you know, they're your friends, and you don't want to take them out, because some of these guys have been practicing for like 2-3 hours. Some practice a lot more. Some don't practice at all. There's a different variation in it. So it's going to be tough. Right, we're going to go across back to the main feed for what might be the final race of this evening. We'll find out when we get there. There's 29 drivers in. There's 31 that started, so we're actually on the numbers. If you were thinking about joining the TCRSL, at the moment we are full. You can go onto a reserve list if you think, Andy, I want to go on a reserve list. But one of the great things about the TCRSL is, if you want, you can join one of the practice servers. There's always races going on at all times. Let's put something a bit more interesting on than just watching that car. I'll give him a 6.8 for that. You can come and join the server, and effectively you can race. You can just come and race. Not in the main league, but there's always races going on. There's people always practicing, doing stuff. And I'd highly recommend it. I would really highly recommend it. It is a really good way to get yourself into sim racing if you've never done it before. One of the guys on here, which is Stephen Elwood, never done sim racing before, and he has about an hour of practice because of his job, and he loves it. It's well worth it. I'm not going to say it's not stressful, because it is. The game really likes one driver. No idea why, it just does. Right. Final race of the evening, 14 seconds to go, and then we will go into the formation. That's a minute long, and then it is the final race of this evening. It's going to be tough, I think. It's going to be tough. There's Sasa Boki plus 7 positions. Yep, it is. So that was the race before. That was race 1. So that's going to be interesting to see. Reverse grid is always difficult. This, as I've said time again, this is how you make or break the season in TCRSL. If you cannot master the TCRSL race 3, you cannot win the championship, and it's that simple. And it has always been that way since day 1. So it's worth it. It's a great way that you get different people making victory. But again, you have to learn how to manage that. Now, it's 35 seconds to go. This is the final race of the evening. I am your commentator. That's me, Andy Pawley. We are at the Road America Grand Prix circuit. We are at the TCRSL, and it's always hot and warm here. It never changes. They do change the variation by day, but that's about it. There won't be full weather, I don't think. Right, here we go. Stu Neal is on third row. Told you it was going to be interesting. Who can get into the lead and turn 1? Can Aaron Markham do this? Can Stu Neal do this? And it's lights out, and away we go. And Aaron Markham has had a very, very poor start. He's just managed to hold on to it. Craig Deeks is side by side with George Rallytas. Rallytas is in the 63. There's Craig Deeks as they all steam through into turn 1. They have to keep this nice and tidy. Any mistakes here will cost them dearly. Everybody manages to get through. No, he doesn't. Prieto has managed to come together there with, that is, I've forgotten his name. He's won 3 races. You know who he is. Oh, there's massive contact in the background. We're going to hit that on the buffer replay. I cannot believe it. Mike Bull and Carl Smith are both out of the race. It's reset all over again. I cannot believe it. Mike Bullen doesn't recover. Oh, I think he'll be giving game over there. He's retired to the pits, but Aaron Markham is applying the pressure. Now onto Rob South. Stu Neal is right behind him. In the rest of the field, they're all just closing up and bunching up. They've got to be careful here. This is where you will make or break your championship. You've got to be careful. Trebek is making great progress. As George Rallytas runs wide, that allows the rest of the field to start streaming through. At the moment, you get the feeling Nick Papadim's the corking the bottle. Yeah, he is. He's in the number 18. He's got Shaw's User behind him. Well, he hasn't. He's got Shaw's User side by side. Has he gone in front of him? Yes, he has. He ticks that box out. Now the question is, can Shaw's User, can Nenad get the job done? There's Nenad. He is currently in 12th position, but can he go faster? He's at a middle sector. He's second in the championship at the moment. Don't forget, Butcher's third. Butcher's up to 6th position. Well, he started 6th and he finished 6th. That's where he is. Through the right-hander we go, nice and tidy, keeping it absolutely nose to tail, riding on board with Jean Petre. There's Boki just ahead. Ooh, he's on a little bit of a bum squeak time, manages to hold on to it as they all go into turn 1. As you see, Stu Neal and Craig Deek is side by side with Trebek. Trebek is up to 5th. He's up to 4th. Trebek is on flying here. Trebek, this could be Trebek's opportunity to take a race victory. He is absolutely flying. Jean Petre is started 13th. He's down in 14th at the moment. And you can see here, looking back from Boki, he is a huge corking a bottle here. He's blocking all the way from 14th to 19th. Jean Petre's going forward. It is Honda versus that other car, the green one, as they fly through. There goes Van Skeppen up the inside of Butcher. Gets it done. No, he doesn't. He slips a little bit. Butcher's got the overlap. Poddy Flack defending there in the 74. Has he got it done? No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Yeah, that's job done. He ticks that box, licks his chops, checks himself out. Shaw's User has now cleared George Rallytas. That was Rallytas. I'm calling you Rallytas. Has now got that cleared, so he is making progress again. He's up 5. Rob South is currently leading by 0.2 of a second. I didn't think Rob South could do this. Simon Trebek has had a slow down penalty, abusing the track limits. That's going to hurt him. Papadim is now in the clutches of Rallytas. Rallytas is trying to approach. There goes Nenad. It is Honda versus Honda. Rallytas gets one wide. That allows Nenad to sneak on through. Nenad now started 11th. He's still 11th. He hasn't gained or lost at the moment, but he's got to make progress because the fast-moving Boki. There's Jean Petre makes a very unusual mistake. So he's now down to 15th. That was very unusual there for Jean Petre, but he's managed to just hold on at the moment, and he's got the fast-moving Benny Norton, two-time race winner behind him. There's Martin Kirby, and behind that, that is a Nota. Those are the Pro-Am, those are the Am guys. There's Matika. He's right in the middle of the field. He's been in the wars this time out. Question is, can he do it right? Trebek's on the side-by-side. The battle for the lead is on. There goes Aaron Markham. Aaron Markham, my money's on Markham. It's still on Markham. You can see here, riding now back from Rob South. He's in first. There's Aaron Markham. He's in second. Behind that, there's Stu Neal and Trebek. Trebek has to clear Neal on this round. He has to get it done now, because if Trebek wants to win, he has to clear Stu Neal as quickly as possible, because Aaron Markham, once he gets past the man in front, he will be gone. He will just put his foot down and start hot lapping. And here he goes. He thinks better of it. He just doesn't have the confidence. None of them do. None of them want to be the ones to stove it up the inside. Even Shaw's doesn't want to do it. Nenad, Boki and Bojan, the two teammates, they need to start working together. If these two want to go forward, they have to work together now. Right, Nikita in the background, in the number 5. Ahead of him is Carl Smith. Andy Wilkinson is ahead, and Elwood and Neil are going at it. Elwood is in the yellow DHL car, and ahead of him, that is Derek Neal. Right, we leave that battle and rejoin the lead battle. So Trebek has cleared one, and Van Skeppen has now cleared it as well. So Trebek now, he keeps getting a penalty through there. I think he's extending that by that's a very clever way to do that. Jean Petre has managed to get past the man behind at the moment. So they're just going mad into that corner, and we just can't keep up. Brilliant stuff from him at the moment. Where's Trebek? So Trebek hasn't really been let out yet. I think he's still holding stations on his current position. He's not really doing much from here. He's not setting the timing screens alight because Van Skeppen is right behind him and keeping him company at the minute in 4th position. And as we ride on board now from first place man Rob South, I mean, I'll be honest, I would love Rob South to win. I really, 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 really would. But statistically, the math is saying it's not going to happen. Unless Aaron Markham can do something, unless he can do something different, you might get stuck. Right, there is Matika. Ninad is still, so Ninad's down 16th. He's down in 16th at the moment. He's just kind of in no man's land. He's not really making progress, and he's not really going forward or going backs. Benny Norton looks like he's having a bit of an internet issue. He might need to pay the meter as he comes up now behind Boki, riding on board now with Boki. So Aaron Markham and Rob South are side by side. This is it. Markham has to commit now. He's got no other option. He has to get this done. Rob South is going to leave him just enough room. Can Rob South go for the old switcheroo? He's managed to nip up behind him now. Aaron Markham is into the lead, and this is what I was saying. He had to get this gone. Otherwise, it's going to be Scarpa Hill. He's got that done. Butcher has got everybody for company. There's Butcher riding on board with him. There's Poddy. There's Deeks' teammate. And there's Shaw's user. And there's the rest of the field. They're on nose to tail. Ninad is right on the back of Benny Norton. He's in 16th and 17th. Papa Dim's on, well, he's side by side with Shaws and Deeks. It's 3 into 1. This does not go. One of them's going to have to give up. One of them's going to have to hit the stop pedal. Otherwise, it's going to be smash. And it is Nick Papa Dim. He's victorious. He gets past them, but Shaw's user has got a hair's whisker up the inside. Can he continue this? Yes, he has. He gets the position back. Absolutely magnetic stuff. From him, retouch all over again. You can see now, where's Trebek? There's Trebek. Trebek is in 3rd position. We're riding on board with him now. Ninad is should clear, yeah, he's cleared Daniel Matika in the background. We're riding on board now with Trebek. Trebek has to get this done. He has to absolutely go for this because Rob South is just holding stations as we come down now through the fast right-hander. This is going to be an over. He's run wide, Rob South. This is his opportunity. Rob South has run wide. Trebek is going to get the overlap. He should go around the outside. The question is, can Aaron Markham hold it? Do they get through? Yes, he does. Rob South ticks the box, but Rob South has absolutely launched it. Full commitment up the inside. Brilliant stuff. Van Skeppen's come to join the party. Van Skeppen's into 3rd. Trebek's back to 4th. But Van Skeppen's gone round Rob South. I can't keep up. So Van Skeppen is now into 3rd. Aaron Markham's just sat there licking his chops. These 3 now have to work together. We've just lost Carl Smith. Aaron Markham is in 1st position. Behind that is Van Skeppen. He's up 10. He's up 10 positions. Rob South is coming now. He's going to get the overdrive. Van Skeppen just has to commit as best as he can because that little Cupra is so mighty in the corners. The Renault is mighty under brakes. The Honda has just got so much more power at that top end. That's where the Honda excels. Now, Van Skeppen has managed to get round. Nick Papadim and Bojan are also going for it. It is another battle of the Hondas. Right, we're going to leave that battle and join the battle into the long drag to the corner. You can see here, riding back from Trebek, he's got Rob South. Rob's thought better of that. Trebek's run out of road. Trebek's run out of road. How many does he lose? 1. Does he lose to Stu Neal in the blue car at the back? No, he doesn't. I cannot believe it. It's all starting to kick off with less than 5 minutes to go. The rest of the field is pretty stationary at the moment. Van Loon is in the middle of the pack against Matika, Boki and Ninad, but they're all holding stations at the moment. Benny Norton and Rallytas have been friends for the entire race, so has Ninad. So at the moment they're all holding stations. Right, where's Stu Neal? Stu Neal's now on the back of Trebek. Trebek was challenging for a winning position He got the race overlap. Rob South got back, and that one mistake has cost him hugely, massively, and I think it's cost him the victory. Van Skeppen needs to get his head down and get done, because he's 0.5 of a second faster. On the last lap, he was a second faster. This is Van Skeppen's to win. He's got to get his head down. He's got to get ready, commit to the move. Right, Nikita and Adam down in 25th, well, in 25th and 26th position. They are absolutely nose to tail, and they have been for pretty much the entirety of the race. I'm watching Van Skeppen at the moment. I don't think he's going to be close enough on this lap. He's 0.9 of a second. There is Aaron Markham. We're riding on board with him now. Well, I say he's close enough. He's right there. He's going to get an overlap, but that Honda just goes into overdrive as he gets closer and closer and closer, as he comes out the slipstream, and this is where the Honda is absolutely mighty. You can see Poddy Flack in the background. He's going to go round the outside into turn 1. Nobody does that. Nobody. He ticks the box. What a manoeuvre. That's brilliant stuff. Now Van Skeppen's got to get gone. He's got to get away like a stabbed rat. He's gone immediately defensive. He's going to start breaking the toe, because that Honda is going to be all over him like a bad rash on a baby's bottom. That's what he's got to do. Put the talc on and get gone. Can he hold on to this now? We're going to stick with this. The rest of the field is kind of in holding stations at the moment. There's contact. There's contact between the two drivers. Needs to keep it nice and tidy. Manages to hold on just enough. Right. I say that. These two are all there. Yeah, they're all holding stations, except for Poddy Flack, who once again is the cork in the massive bottle of cars. There's Butcher. Butcher is in third in the championship, so he's carrying ballast on board. He's got the man behind him. Right, where's Trebek? Back to Trebek. There's 2 minutes to go. It'll be a lap and a half to go. Rob South, slow down penalty. Rob South is not going to make it. I do not think. Well, he'll make it, but I don't know if he'll make it. We'll find out. There he is. He's the fourth car in the road. Right. This is Aaron Markham's time to attack. He needs to use that mighty acceleration of the Honda, that overdrive. Can he push this? Can he deliver this now into this corner? There is also the battle between 7th and 12th. I am keeping an eye on that. You'll see it just in the back of the field of view. The question is, they're all holding station. Trebek's going for it. Markham's going for it. He saw it, but Markham's made a mistake. Van Skeppen saw it coming, left the door open. Van Skeppen made a mistake. Sorry, he made a mistake. Markham made a mistake. How many positions does he lose? 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. Holds onto it just enough. Van Skeppen has now broken the 6/10 of a second gap. I don't think, failing a mistake, Aaron's going to do it. Rob South, who I didn't think would be in the top 5, is top 3. He will be in top 5 unless he bins it into the track. He's absolutely on it. Right, we'll leave that battle and join whatever this is. There's Poddy, there's Shaw's, there's Beaujean. Beaujean's in the 55. Can Beaujean do it? You can see Butcher and Nick Papadim side by side. A little bit of a contact there. We're leaving that because Trebek's going for South. No, he isn't. Yes, he is. No, he isn't. Can Jean Petre do his old switcher manoeuvres? Yes, he can. Sails it up the inside, says thank you very much, see you later, closes the door shut, gets it done. Benny Norton could just watch on. He's got nothing more he can do. Right, we're going to leave that and join the lead battle, because someone's going to go for it. I can feel it. Are they going to dive up the inside? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next sets of cars. There goes Shaw's User against Beaujean. Oh, there's a little bit of a touch there, I think. I'm not sure. But the problem is, or did he lose the rear end all by himself? I'm not sure. And that's allowed 1, 2, 2, 3 cars to go through. They're all holding stations at the moment. Nothing new. Jean Petra's just on his own. Ninad is holding stations. At the moment, this is the last lap. Jean Petre is the number 13. Oh, he's had a very naughty boot from the back of Craig Deeks. Benny Norton's gone off the road as well. Right, we're leaving that battle and we're going to rejoin the lead. Well, the lead battle's fizzled out. This is Van Skeppen. He's got to hold this now. If he wants this, he's got to hold it. He doesn't need to be fast. He's just got to be defensive. He's got to do everything he can. Simon Trebek goes full Monty through there. Is there contact? Is there contact? I'm going to hit the buffer button. We'll see what happens between those two, because Aaron Markham are side by side with Van Skeppen. They're giving each other so much room. You could put a boat between it. It looks like Aaron Markham has gone round the outside. He's flashing his lights, and I don't know if that's because there was contact between the two drivers. We did get something on the replay, we'll see, but he's going to be careful. Stu Neal's going to get himself up into 4th position. Well, no, he'll lose it out to Trebek. He'll lose out to Trebek. The question is, he's let him pass through. He's let him pass through. There was contact on the final lap. Well done, Aaron. I always like to see that. I think that was perfect way to do it. He made contact. He let him have it through. Andy Foster didn't cover Andy Foster for the entirety of the race. And Adam Wilkinson didn't cover Derek Neal or Elwood either, so it was eventful. Top marks there to Aaron Markham for letting the driver pass through. A very clever way of doing it as well, which was to make sure they didn't both lose time, and very well done. There's Adam Wilkinson bringing the car home in 26th, and Bill Campion, another solid result for Bill. Another solid result there for Bill. So as always, there is confirmation of your provisional race results. Where are we? Van Skeppen, well-deserved Van Skeppen. Markham and South for 2nd and 3rd. Trebek's 4th. Trebek should have won this, and he's probably listened to me on commentary. He should have won it, but it is what it is in this day. Neil, the best he could do, I think. Flack, another solid result for Poddy. Shaw's user is in 7th. Papadim, Jean Petra. Jean Petra should have been higher. He made mistakes. Butcher, Nenad, best Nenad could do, I think, with the ballast and the car that he's got for this track. Norton, Realitas, Van Loon, Matika, Boki, Prieto, Kirby, Foster, Elwood, Neal. Bojan's got a 30-second penalty for something. So did Nota. There you go. What a race. What a race. Absolute magnetic stuff from the drivers there. As always. And the game didn't crash. Always love it when the game doesn't crash. So, I mean, it was a sensational race. Right, let's go across to the stream. We might get some drivers, we might not, because it was a very, very tough evening, I think, tonight for the drivers that they had. Let's go across to this one. We may or may not get some drivers. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on that as it unfolds. Right, what a race. What a race. I mean, genuinely, what a race. The standout for me in that one was Rob South. Above anybody else in that race for me. Well, in that final race, Van Skeppen or Aaron Markham for me were going to be victorious. Trebek I thought was too far back. Trebek just made too many mistakes, and he's fast. Do I think Trebek's going to win a race this season? Yeah. Do I think he's going to do the double? Yes, I do. I genuinely think he's going to do the double sometime this season. So don't count him out. Rob South, superb tonight. He's come on leaps and bounds. He was absolutely brilliant. To be fair, I thought he drove superbly. I don't think he's ever been that high up, if I'm honest, in terms of having to battle those types of drivers. So hats off to him, to be fair. Aaron Markham, I've always said he's a hot lapper. He's very good at racing as well. He races in Formula One, so not real Formula One, but online racing. So yeah, my money was on Aaron, and Van Skeppen just was perfect. But at the end, Van Skeppen and obviously Aaron had that little coming together, and hats off to Aaron. That's what we want to see perfectly, because he made the contact, he gave the position back right at the line, which was very clever for Aaron, because it meant that they didn't lose out to the other drivers. So hats off to Aaron, hats off to Van Skeppen as well, because you get so easily frustrated with that type of incident, and then you could go, right, I'm going to crash into him, but he didn't. Perfect, amazing driving from both of them. There's nobody there in the minute, so we'll give it another couple of minutes before we sign off. We'll see if anybody joins. We'll have a quick look over to the chat and see who we got. So D-Rin, woo-hee, yep. I mean, if just your man from the Netherlands, Dutch. Well, I think he's from the Netherlands. Someone might correct me. I know he's Dutch, but there are different Dutch parts of the world that the Dutch do live in. So I'm just going to say from the Netherlands. Superb drive from him. Superb drive from him. That was brilliant. Benny Norton 1 and 2 for me. Superb drives. Superb drives. Gregor, nice to see you. Well done, guys. Great, guys. And no, thank you as always. You know me. I love it. I love to commentate. And I absolutely love the commentary tonight. The racing was thick and fast through the whole of the race. The competition is unbelievably close at the moment. Wait until we get a reverse grid at position 9. That's when it's going to be tricky. That's when we could see TCRSL history. Now, the only driver last season that got close to that, I think, was Bojan. Someone might correct me here. I think it was Bojan at, I can't remember, but he got qualifying. He got race 1. He got race 2. He got fastest laps. Race 3, made a mistake on the grass, done. So he's the closest that we've ever got to it, realistically. We've never had that. We've never had that type of history before. So that's brand new if that ever happens this season. I think it will be incredibly difficult to do. No drivers in there at the moment, so we'll probably just leave it there for this evening. As always, thank you everyone for following me through this so far this season. I'll be back same time, same place. Next week. Hopefully I should have some time to bring some new features, including vote for your driver of the day. As always, we will probably pick our favourites, as we always do. So, but hopefully we'll have that feature available for you next week. We have the option, it's not running, but we will have the option to do that. So we will go through that. As always, thank you, everybody. And as I say, finally, the incidents and accidents that we see or I commentate on, they are the only ones I see. I don't see the other angles. I do not have the visibility of that, I'm afraid. So good luck. Thank you, everybody, for watching me. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. I will be back same time, same place next week. And yeah, good night.